Hello, my loves. It's Richie V. Driving to go do what currently energetically satisfies my human experience here on beautiful Gaia, Earth. And I was driving and I got quite a couple of different pieces of educational awareness. And if you're experiencing all of these upgrades and downloads that are coming into your master computer system that is the human vehicle, because we are basically all desktop computer systems. You understand what I'm talking about. So, as I was driving, I had an interesting meditation this morning, and every time I check YouTube, I see that a lot of people are going through the same exact things that I'm going through. But this morning's meditation, it was a lot of, I'm going to put it as dot, 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 hitting the enter button to accept what is being reintroduced back to my computer system. And we're going to have an entire video on that one. I just love when somebody tries to hit me out of nowhere. It's like they're not there, and then all of a sudden they're there. And I'm sure you're all experiencing that too. So as I'm driving today, all of a sudden I get information on timelines, and I'm gonna time lines. We're gonna air quote the shit out of that because all this information that's on YouTube is getting to the point where like my mind part of my computer system is like I'm glitching. There's so much freaking information out there, and listen, if we're gonna go right to, if this doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. Maybe you have something that you can add into my computer system oh, okay. But the whole thing that they want me to talk about, the celestials, the originators, the beings of beautiful, pure, golden originator light, is timelines. If you're timeline jumping, first of all, to focus on the word time and the word line being linear, because that's what it is, and time being tick, 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 there's a reason why you're bouncing in and out of timelines. If you're shifting timelines, there is a lesson, whether you're in your mind, you're seeing something, you're experiencing something that you are to add into your master computer system to then create more information back into your main road. We're going to call it a road. We're not going to call it a timeline, not at least not for me, and not how they want me communicating this anymore. They want it to be known that if you're bouncing in and out of timelines, you're getting information from different experiences that are happening at one particular point, so that you can use all that as upgrades to further understand what is truly going on with Gaia and what is controlling Gaia and how it's really happening. If you keep associating, oh, I shifted timelines with something negative, you're actually creating a rubber band vibration, and you're getting stuck in this vibration, and it's all intentional that the word timeline is there. It's experiences. There are multiple experiences that are happening, and they're converging more and 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 more to the point where they're going to go like this. And they really, really, really are so adamant they don't want it called timelines anymore, because it's causing, whether you know it or not, a fear resonating vibration in the subconscious. And you really, really, really got to give yourself more credit. There's a reason why you're shifting in and out. There are little pockets and today, for some reason, my ear was on fire. It's never been that way. And then it was here, and it was like, and I'm like, what is happening? And then I drove by a very specific point on my way to go and earn some energy, so that I can continue to supply my personal energy space and keep my computer plugged in and experiencing from a different perspective that there are actual block things because all of a sudden I was like, blah, 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 and then it was like I was completely disconnected. And I'm like, what the hell just happened? And it was so there, and then whonk, not there. And then through guidance, through upper management, we're going to call it, they said, you're in a zone. You're going to come out of the zone and it's going to come right back. And guess what? That's exactly what happened. So, timelines. Really, try to focus at it more on not dimensional, multiple experiences that are happening at one time. This is so much more than a hologram. And just please try to remove the word timeline. And if you're jumping, thank you. If you're jumping, it's to pick up a piece of information, not to say you're choosing a wrong road. You're sharing with your master computer system something you absolutely need to pick up. Absolutely need to pick up. There is something there for you to experience, whether it was something you were just thinking about, or it's what am I supposed to take from that? There is a rainbow energy spectrum in everything we are experiencing, and most experiences are being added back into our master computer system. So now that I'm done having that whole ranting moment, because I kept saying, what the fuck is this hologram shit? What the hell is this timeline shit? And I've experienced all of it, but it wasn't resonating with what I kept finding. And I guess the Celestials got to the point where they're like, okay, we're gonna just tell you what it is at this point, because if they plug in and they do anything to any of us that are not of humanity, because you'll all understand what that is, especially if you're starlighters, light workers, interdimensional beings, because there's a lot more than just a light worker. There's so much more than that. Um, what was I saying before this stupid app thing in my ear? I just love when that happens to you as a form of distraction. Just try to remove some of the labels, because some of these labels are also, they're no different than societal labels. I'm not male, I'm not female, I just am. I'm not white, I'm not black, I just am. We just happen to have colors. I'm not Asian, I'm not white, I am not black, I am not, I just am. I am. I am, and we are. And there's so much more. So much more. So please, my loves, try to remove the word timeline, because it is creating a fear vibration. And you're going to notice that the next time you shift or you research timelines, you're going to be like, holy shit, that is creating fear. I don't want to go to that timeline. I want to choose my highest one. Why? That's a lateral climb. You got to remove that lateral climb. Nobody here is better than the others. We're all here to transmute. We're all here to rewrite the computer coding. And you need to look at your vehicles as a computer system. You know, we use the words healing and spirituality and all that stuff, and that's great, whatever resonates with you. But when you're going through this, I need to heal process, everybody wants to heal it and run from it. Look at it more like you're sending antivirus software to parts that are infected with eons of malware of being on Earth. Okay? This is literally how they've started presenting it to me, because it's like, holy shit, I can touch that. Like, and that's what works for me. But I truly believe, because I kept saying, how do I talk to people about spirituality? Blah, blah. I said, no, it's technology. And then somebody else told me that the Reiki energy, which came to me in a meditation 2 weeks after I had that in a meditation, was like, no, it's light technology. I'm like, oh my God, it's light technology. It's sound technology. It's psionic technology. It's telepathic technology. It's technology, and it all does go back to God, creator, source, consciousness, original originator, all of that stuff. And whatever words you want to put on it, it's fine. Spiritually enlightened, all that stuff, yes. And there's so much more to just all that wording too. But timelines, like, they're so adamant about, they want that word to start to be removed, because it, whether you know it or not, it's creating fear, and it keeps you locked in a box. Like, we've gone from one box to another box to another box, and this box is where most of us are still stuck in. And today, for some reason, they just blew my box open, and I'm like, oh fuck. Like, my mind can't not say. Well, what about everything that was coming through? I'm like, oh my God. And then I could see it. I could see it. And there are just little things that I intuitively did. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I remember that. And cursing is not a low vibration thing, too. Just so you guys know that. Um, we are, I am, you am. We are here. We are here. And we're not going anywhere. And remember, you're protected. You're very well protected. Because if anything happens to any of the beings that are here trying to help this happen outside of their own choice, because you also get to choose which experience you want to stay in, if you choose to leave, you are more than allowed. But if something happens to any of us starlighters, forerunner light workers, there will be a reset. That shit's real. So just so you know, and that's not fear. That's just, I've done this so many times at this point. Like it's just old. It's just old. It's just old. You can choose what you want to write into your computer system. That's what manifestation is. You can choose what you want to put into your computer files. And I choose to just see what I know this planet was like and what it's going to be like again. You can't live in a fear vibration. It's all energy. It's all energy. And once that veil cracked, the shield broke, everything shifted. Everything shifted. Everything shifted. You got this, my loves. Send out 25 energy dollars to a charity, somebody on the street. Just always pay it forward. And always treat others how you want to treat yourself. Would you toxify your computer system? Or would you add rainbows and sparkles to it? I'm going to say it just like that. Love you.